Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away. This is going to be about material stuff coming your way within the next 4 weeks. Okay, we have a pathway here. In the middle, there is a chunk of money, like a bag. It seems like here, a round shape. And then there's a second one here, but somebody has their eyes on it. I don't know if you can see the eye right there. And this one is on a platform. Okay, so, but you might have to get outside of your comfort zone in order to get there and get these things, okay? So, this still has some time, and I see here the phone lines are forming. This can be even a place that you're being called to. And I see there's an elephant right there. Elephants can symbolize something for the long-term stability. Now I'm starting to think some of you might actually call to somewhere while you are building something for the long term. The thing is, this thing can be something of some kind of a bait. That's why I said like there's a small one, like in pieces you might get it. So you might not satisfy when you get outside your comfort zone, which mostly usually comes as the message that you need to get outside of your comfort zone. But in your case, the comfort zone has an elephant here. Okay? Elephant symbolizes long-term stability and security and building something. That's why maybe you have a choice to make here, okay? By the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you joined me today. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe. It's a free way to be here and enjoy these videos. And you can also hit the bell so you never miss any videos right there. We have a horse, okay, the first week. The horse is showing up, and the horse has a small, tiny little rider on the back of it. If you're the rider, this is a good omen because horse can symbolize a dream of yours, which is a massive horse, a massive dream. 1 minute ago, before I turned on this video, I was actually watching something that this guy was talking about the Australia's biggest horse or New Zealand's biggest horse that they use for the Hobbit movie. So that's why I feel like this can be like a massive horse that when you get next to it, you just stand really small. This doesn't mean it's like you're small. It means that this is like a massive desire of yours. Horses can symbolize wish fulfillment. And this horse is progressing slowly but surely towards that wish. Okay. So some of you might actually get on the horse, and it can feel uncomfortable first. But this is again still inside of your comfort zone. Meaning some of you might actually get invited to somewhere that there's an opportunity waiting for you. It can be taking a chance, taking some action. Horse moves fast. It can be an action you will take, which will really set the things in motion that your desires are going to start coming forward. This is actually towards the end of the first week. That's why I feel this doesn't have to be something work related. It can be like when you go out there somewhere for pleasure, it can start to like come into your life. Okay, it doesn't have to be specifically work related, but I feel like it can affect the victory because behind you there's a letter V, V-A, it can V-A-V. It can be in the name of something you're manifesting. Another thing here is V is the victory. That's like immediate results you're gonna see from that action basically. That's why I feel this can be like a meeting you're going to get invited to. You're going to get a business card maybe that's going to actually offer you something. It can be going somewhere to have fun that you will catch an inspiration there. And when you turn the page on the second week, there's going to be like a response to it right away. Maybe like an idea popping into your head, which is an idea of a patent. And when you look it up, never been registered, which is also a good omen, good sign here. Seems like it's going to set things into motion. The second week also, I see someone here sitting on a chunk of money. And this can be someone, okay, they have a bigger head right next to them. There's a smaller person with another bigger person next to them. So I feel like this can be, I see letter B in their first name or the last name. Maybe like a bigger person can give someone, this can be you as well, control of a big amount of money, like investing it or growing it or managing it. Some of you might get this kind of like a responsibility, but I feel like this responsibility will come with its own benefits. Okay, you might get some payment out of it, you might get some benefits out of it. It is going to even form like a butterfly here. This can really change the trajectory of your like financial story, maybe even. Okay, but I would like to tell you, start small. Your size is small, maybe your investment is small, and then it's gonna grow. Okay, gradually. But the butterfly here indicates a metamorphosis. The change within you is going to be massive. I feel like maybe your money story is going to start to change in your mind when you step into this new endeavor. However, you're seeing the money, maybe you're going to start changing that, or maybe you see making money as a challenge or manifesting abundance in your life as a challenge. Because sometimes when you look at some people, they make all the money in the world. However, they never have abundance of that money. The money never brings prosperity. It doesn't multiply. Okay, it just melts away. And I feel like here there's a metamorphosis. Is actually that story is also coming to an end. There is like a new day coming for some of you. Some of you might be planting a seed, a tree of life, something for the long term, maybe investing within the 3rd week especially. And the 4th week, I see there's a transformation happening. This is a very strange scene. I see a man who has a house on his shoulder. He has someone with a ski hat behind him, and there's someone else with also they're skiing down this path here. And someone is looking very surprised, bird-like person, looking at you very surprised. And there's a massive fish appearing above here too. I told you that I saw the elephant right there. But it's in the beginning. That's like the 3rd week. This is something not related to this scene here. 3rd and the 4th week, I don't know if you go to skiing. I don't know if you have summer or winter where you are. However, I see a family skiing down a slope and they're smiling, so they're having fun. Some of you might choose like an activity that is going to bring a fish here. Fish, long-term financial stability can be, or an opportunity coming into your life. This can be a fun activity happening that way. This can also going on a journey of like downward. I don't want to say downward spiral. It's not a downward spiral. It's like downhill now. It's maybe you climbed up the hill already, like put some effort into something, worked so hard on something, and now it's going to be the time that you start going downhill. Okay, just starts to enjoy the ride now. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. 1, 2. Let's see if you're hearing the cat in the background. One of my kitties are actually sick, and yeah, this thing has some time, but it's coming forward. And he's been locked inside my room. I gave him my room, but he wants to break free. Anyways, what happened here is your desire is something. This is actually long term. That's why I feel like elephant is relatable here, as some of you are building something for the long term. So it's a good sign. But also inside of your heart here, there's a lot of chatter, question mark. So you might not be sure of how things are going to come to play. But I see the dragon right there, which I feel like Sagittarius, you are the dragon of the zodiac. So it seems like here, whenever you feel doubtful or frustrated, you need to use your dragon power. You need to just go do what gives you joy, or maybe your intuition is guiding you towards certain action. You need to just go ahead without hesitation and take those actions, because I feel like that's actually going to diffuse that chatter. Or maybe everybody's pitching in and they're giving their 2 cents and they're not really useful, and you're just gonna maybe melt those pennies and just 2 cents. They're not pennies, the pennies are 1 cent. Maybe then turn them into something that is useful for you, right? And let's see, I'm gonna have a special money spread for this time for you. We're gonna look at your current state, where you are, your energy, or the opportunities coming your way. And if you have any challenges, let's see what they're gonna show up here. and action required and the outcome. All right. Let's see. This is your, wow, lovers is a good state of mind being in, because it means that you have hope. And even if you don't have right now, you don't feel it, it seems like there's a healing happening in your money story, which is also a positive thing. So lovers can symbolize healing and matching with your heart's desire. And even though this is the current state, so it means this is happening gradually right now, or maybe it already happened, you're enjoying that lover's energy. Okay, we have the opportunities, the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Okay, you might be asking, how is this an opportunity? I'm walking away, leaving everything behind. I feel like this is walking away, emotional detachment of the outcome. You have done everything in your power, and maybe there's a situation that there's nothing else you can do now. This emotional detachment is giving you the chance to explore other things that you can build, other things that you can build, okay? Instead of maybe dwelling on the things or watching the grass grow, basically. That's the opportunity. It is going to give you the chance to detach from what didn't happen, and or give it some time, or mind other things, grow other trees, okay? Just get yourself out of this place that you're over and done with. You tasted all the cups here. So you're moving on to a new endeavor, and that's probably where you're going to find the opportunity. The challenge is the Tower moment. Some of the things that you believe, the structures that you trust, can crumble down in the meantime. This can be maybe the people that you trust. It can be structures that you trust, governmental things, or like a patriarchal structures that you trust. But the thing is, the problem with the Tower is problematic. That's exactly what it is. This is going to come down either way, okay? It's like it was holding on a thread. That's why the lightning was the last stroke here. What happens with the Tower moment is that brings a massive change, the opportunity to rebuild for you. Even though this is a challenge, that you take that change and understand it and absorb it, it can be challenge here. But when you really actually take it in a way that, okay, this happened for a good reason, and do not lose hope, you can have the opportunity to rebuild things, okay? What you can do here, we have Knight of Cups. As an action point, Knight of Cups tells us to offer what we can. Whatever is our heart, in your heart, you need to go after it, okay? It's not about the idea of this will make me money. I used to work with this guy. He was my boss, and he used to say, oh, this will make a lot of money. Let's do this. This will make a lot of money. We were designing clothing. And what happens is, some of them made a lot of money, but some of them didn't make any penny. Okay, so I feel like here, but he was in the market for a long time. He had a sense of, I feel like that was his sense, actually. It wasn't really material attraction. So you have a sense on some things, okay? It can be about money. It can be about service. It can be about like a money-making service. Or it can be a product. Something is calling your name. And this is not something that you attach too much of financial meaning, because it's the Cups energy. You attach feelings to it, okay? Something in your heart tells you this is going to work. So whatever that is, that's the action, the practical step in front of you that you need to take. All right. This can even be, I told you, it doesn't have to be something related to money either. It can be something that you feel, okay, this is going to give me inspiration, and you go do that activity. It can be something like that as well. Let's see, where will your finances end up this month? What's the outcome for you here? Okay, Four of Pentacles is about saving. Okay. You might get a pause here in the progress. For this month, though, I feel like you're going to make an informed decision. Your intuition is telling you not to make big investments and big movements for this month, okay? And you better listen to it because we have the Hangman, we have the Tower also happening. Some things are going to happen in a way that's going to totally change the way you do things about money and your career, or maybe the opportunities coming your way. That's why it's about, actually, the outcome is you are going to be paused. That's why, like, Four of Pentacles is you holding on to your pentacles so tightly, but then the circumstances are also pulling you, like stopping you. So I said, like, follow your heart. So this is not about the investment. Now I can see, walk away from, if you have done everything in your power in a situation, walking away from detaching it emotionally is also the opportunity here. And following your heart's desire is going to be the key here, even though it's not really, maybe it doesn't sound like it's going to bring you something material, but either way, it's going to give you energy, make you happy, because the outcome here is a pause, okay? So maybe there's an investment that you shouldn't make. There is something that you shouldn't purchase right now, okay? You should pause. That's why it's important to, hold on to your pentacles. We have here Palace. This is part of, I think it's a star. I realize my potential to attain wisdom. So it seems like here, this month is not only about detaching from the outcome, but also going after, with the High Priestess energy as well here, financial wisdom, okay? It can be about reading books related to finance, money, career, success stories and such, or manifestation money, spiritual aspects of money. But this is actually calling you, before you take any action, you need to learn more about this energy. Virgo, I analyze the situation and act by thinking about the future. So act by or do not act by. Okay, you need to calculate the future and you need to be very methodical while you're making your decisions this month. 7th house, I agree to understand opposing views. So that's also coming as a strong advice, because I feel some of you might actually going to benefit from there. That's why you need to pause and reflect and connect with your higher self before you make a decision. And if there's a pause as an outcome, you need to respect the pause, okay? Jupiter, we have riches are on their way to me. I don't know what else, a better message can someone get. Nobody got this message here. You're the only one. So waiting, pause is not really a delay. It's actually redirection towards the riches, basically. Let's see which angel wants to accompany you during this journey. Let's pull a card for your angel. We have Archangel Purlimiek with Melchizedek. Let's see what they want to tell you. These orbs invite you to bring forward the ancient wisdom of nature. Archangel Purlimiek is the angel of nature, and Melchizedek is the head of the order of Melchizedek, which holds the Christ energy and ancient wisdom for this universe. Your guidance is to go into nature today with your heart open and connect with its wonder. Touch a tree, a flower, running water, or anything natural, and tune into its message. If you cannot do this physically, meditate on nature and listen to all it has to give you. Basically, that's probably where you need to get outside your comfort zone. And when you're minding your own business, go out into nature. I know this is a spiritual reading, so I'm going to give you a tip or trick that I do. I go to the closest tree to my house, and whenever I need extra, I touch the tree, I talk to the tree, I tell the tree to ground me, help me, provide for me, and usually magically the help appears, whatever is necessary, needed at that time. Okay, you can maybe just practice that. Right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.